Ooh. Riddle, Silly Sound Animations, welcome to another stream. I hope all the volumes are still what they should be. Welcome guys. Jesus, that's freaking loud in my freaking ear. Let's drop that down a little bit in my ear. Welcome guys. Merry freaking Christmas. Merry freaking Christmas. Let me quickly click on that. Beautiful. Alright, today we're gonna make some Fakemon from you guys, which will be interesting for sure. Let's place everything correctly. Bang. The setup is here. We can start making some Fakemon. You can send in your Fakemon in the Discord. Go to the Fakemon generator. I'm not sure it's me, but it's just glitching out. It is. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. 1 second. Is it glitching? It is lagging. Alright. How the fuck do I fix that? Everything is lagging. Yeah, it seems it's not the CPU. Is it working now? It should be working now, right? Is the lag gone? It's all good. Sounds amazing. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see if this is the issue. Yeah, alright, we have figured out the issue. Now it's lagging again, probably. And now it should be fine again. Strange. So we won't be using that thing. I now know what the issue is. Always lagging. Is it still lagging? It shouldn't be lagging anymore. Let me know if it is though. Then we can change it up. So basically, if you want your Fakemon to be made, it's mostly the music. It's still lagging. Wait, let me figure this out. It seems to be fine, right? It's just buffering sometimes. It seems to be fine, right? It's just buffering sometimes. It seems to be fine, right? Yeah. It should be working now, if I look at it. It's just buffering sometimes. Stream health. Stream is excellent. Yeah, it should be working now, if I look at it. It's just buffering sometimes. Alright. Stream health. So we can close this and that. It is working. Beautiful. Make your flabébé design. Ugh. Make your flabébé design. The issue with this is there's so many things. I would rather want a complete Fakemon. It's Q right now. It's Q. I would rather have a complete Fakemon. So if you want to send it in right now, that's fine. And otherwise we can make the winner of the cup vote, which will be Araloon. So I understand. Hey Neo! Thank you for the follow, dog. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Wait. My head is too big. My head is too big. So this is the winner. Araloon. Is this your account, Creamdoll? Is this your account on Discord? Because if it is, you won the cup vote. So this is for sure gonna be added to the Happymons pack. Can you guys actually hear the music? You should be hearing the music. So this is definitely going to be added into the cup vote, into the Happymons pack. So I'm figuring, why not just make it, because we have to add it anyways. Let me quickly grab that thing. Let me put it on the overlay real quick. Hey, Gabriel, welcome to the stream, dog. Welcome to the stream. So we'll be making Araloon right now. Araloon will be the one we will be making. If you want your Fakemon to be made as well, you can send it in the Fakemon channel. And I will let's see how far we can get with this design. Shiny's in the chat. Yeah, I've seen the Shiny. That's completely fine. I would like to... piano music. Let's actually see if we have some rock. How is this rock? Yeah, let's listen to some rock music. So in order to make the model, we need to make a bedrock entity. Araloon, I need to look up how the frick I have to spell this mother trucker. Araloon, copy that. Fakemon name Futile. How long do you think I will be streaming for? I'm not sure yet. I will at least know that I will have to go in like 2 hours. So I'll probably stream for 2 hours. Alright, Araloon. Let's add the first cube. And I haven't made a model in a while, so I have to regroup and see how this stuff actually works again. Because I haven't touched it in a while. And in order for me to actually do this properly, I do need the reference on the side as well for me. So let's make it a little bit smaller. Right there, beautiful. Yeah, you can't see it, it's on my second screen. But I need it for the reference. May jump back later. Nice to see you streaming. Thank you, dog. Thank you for dropping by. So we of course are going to have to grab Charmander. And you might be wondering, why do we have to grab Charmander? Because we want to make sure that we size it up properly. Because how big is this thing? Uh, 0.5 meters, yeah. So we can use the same scale for that. Cloud Gilmon, welcome to the Discord. Where's my software? Here's my software. Okay. Why isn't anyone chatting? Well, to be fair, it's probably because we haven't streamed in a while. So there aren't many people here. So we're gonna extend this facial feature a little bit to the side. Is that too big? That is probably too big because it has like a little whisker. Do I want to make that into a separate part, or do I want to do that with shading? I feel like I should do that with shading. See, Typhoon, welcome to the stream, dog. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my girlfriend likes it. Sufia, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Oh, why is everything red though? I can't see that. It's difficult to read. I can't actually change that right now. Hey, Typhoon, thank you for subscribing or following on Twitch. Can we actually see that in the followers? It isn't updating. You plan on setting up a Cobblemon server? Maybe one day. It would be fun if we could all play with the Cobblemon I create. Would be sick. But before we actually get to that point, we just need to make a lot of these Cobblemon and get grooving. Get grooving on actually making some videos and stuff. I'm trying to think of the size that I want to use for this thing. And I'm getting annoyed the fuck out about this music. Jesus freaking Christ. Alright, let's remove Charmander then. Let's duplicate that. It's probably see-through. I don't know how to do that yet. So we might have to do some Googling in order to figure that out. It's probably slightly behind. And it needs to be big, right? It's slightly behind and slightly bigger. I'm seeing the little jellyfish, the little box behind him. But it should probably be back further a little bit. Something like that should suffice. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's duplicate this box. And what I'm seeing, I think this should be a bit thinner. And it should be placed a little bit backwards and clip into that part a little bit. Pardon me. Another level downwards. And it starts something like that. And probably move it up a bit further and drop it down one tiny bit. I actually want him to be a bit thicker. I want this part to be a bit thicker. Let's duplicate it. And I believe we can edit, transform, flip X. There we go. Like, I'm not really sure how this Pokemon would fly and all those kind of things, because it's not my Pokemon, but we're gonna have to try. And it's going to be a challenge because I've never made like a flying Cobblemon before, so it's interesting. Being an ancient Pokemon is kind of better. Being a prey to all, and despite they're protected by the ancient. Yeah, it sounds scary, brother. Sounds freaking scary. Those little white tentacles, it flies with them. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to figure out how this Pokemon would move. It's like I know the Jesus, I can't speak anymore. I know the wings on its back are gonna make him fly, but I'm trying to get a feeling for the Pokemon to see how it would move if this part of his body would move, for example. So it's interesting to figure out for sure. Come back, possibly send Ollie. Welcome to the stream, Doc. Welcome to the stream. Other way around. We're gonna have to figure that out, but for example, like this. Jesus, what the hell? My English has developed backwards. No, I have never made a Pokemon without like a face either. So it's just a challenge. It's a big challenge regardless, because it's not as simple as what we used to have. With arms, etc. So it's gonna be a figuring out how to do Pokemon, kind of Pokemon. Okay. So these are the whiskers on his head, but they should be a lot smaller then. So this should be a bit smaller. Is that in the middle? I believe it is. So these need to be smaller as well. And the reason why they need to be smaller is because if you look at the reference, these parts, the big part of his head sticks out next to the little whiskers. So we gotta make sure that we get that as well on our piece. So we're gonna duplicate and flip it again. There we go. I believe we should grab them both and just make them slightly higher onto the thing. Great. Duplicate and move. Resize as well. I'm trying to think how I would build this out, right? I have not yet decided. I'm not sure yet. That's the issue, because it has a lot of points which are difficult to make in a square. Lukewarm ocean, fair. Is it like a flying? Can it swim as well, or can it only fly? Or does it fly above water? How will I make those points? Because it's a double kind of point. Both swim and fly. I see what you did there. It's good to have the creator in the stream to actually tell us what the Pokemon is supposed to do. Oh man, it's so difficult. This is a difficult Pokemon. How do I want to make the points? Wings are something that are extremely difficult to make as well, because you have to make sure all parts can move separately from one another. So I do kind of understand how I should make them. So we need to make them as thin as possible. Let's move him outwards from its body. Rotation. Pivot point. Let's We'll place the pivot point back. Rotation. Zero. I don't want it to be rotated like that for now. So the wings kind of things go upwards, and I'm thinking we have to do that manually. So I'm thinking 3-part wings. I'm thinking that this thing needs to be sized up like that. We're gonna move it inwards. Actually, make it one tiny thing bigger. Duplicate it, add it over there. And place the pivot point exactly on that intersection. Sofia Einek, would you be interested in collabing with other content creator? He makes Pokemon content and he just started a Cobblemon server that Purple Venom and Jealousy organized. Oh, Sufi, that's you. Oh my god. I didn't recognize the name. I'm using a different OBS setup, so the chat is slightly different from what I've been used to. Like for now, I'm not looking to collab or anything. I'm just looking to get a grip on uploading and stuff. So for now, I will have to say no, purely because of the fact that I have not been doing much for YouTube lately. And I want to get back into the groove. So for now, I only have to focus on myself and my own channel. Purely, I need to just start uploading more and more and more. Okay, this could be one wing, and he only has 4, and then the whiskers at the front of the Pokemon. So this should be... Crystal Lure, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So this should be one wing. I'm not entirely sure yet how it's going to work exactly. Pivot point right there as well. This needs to be outer wing, middle wing, for inner wing. So we have one wing and we need 4 of these. So we're gonna duplicate wing. We're gonna place it to that side. Like, we shouldn't really worry about placement and stuff, or at least placement is important, yes. But rotation and stuff is something we will do with the posing and animation. Gosh, no worries, man. If you're ever interested, you can contact either Jealous or Fan through the door's always open. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. But they made a Cobblemon server. That's freaking awesome. I might make one day myself, but it would feature, of course, my own Cobblemon. Because are you making your own Cobblemon as well? Because that'd be fucking... that would be freaking awesome. Wing 3 and Wing 4. So I'm gonna grab both of these and just place these more to the bottom. So we will have 2 wings set up right there. The days when you made the gym leader type switches, I'll be picking it up again. Maybe one day. Is this in a group? No, this shouldn't be in a group. Thank you. So we have the wings Those are gonna look freaking great. Probably not, but probably not. So I'm thinking we should maybe focus on the front wings now. And no matter what I do, baby, I just want you. Do I want them this thick? Maybe we resize it like that and duplicate it and resize it to be one thing thick, and we need to inflate it by 0.01. So it will flick up like that. This is definitely not gonna be my best Pokemon I've ever made, purely because it's completely different from what I'm used to. The existing creator of Araloon is extinct. Maybe they only spawn in a group of 3. I mean, the Pokemon. Possibly. I'm not sure yet about spawn conditions and stuff. For now, it's just most importantly that we actually get this thing looking great, because at the moment it looks like complete trash. It's just difficult because I have to think about making a Pokemon without a face, and that's something I've never done before. So it's gonna be an interesting thing to be playing around with. How would I do this? Is there any Pokemon? Let me quickly look up if we can find a Nihilego. If that one has already been made. Nihilego. Cobblemon. Do not consent. Model. He uses... Here, this is what I'm looking at right now. They are using... Want to be an Eevee. Understandable. If I would be a Pokemon, probably something that would fly. That looks sick though, that you can look through it, but not through it. I have no clue how they do that shit. That's probably something we have to do for this Pokemon as well. It looks good though, but it's not perfect. No, it's the same one. So I'm looking for inspiration on how I will be able to make mine. Because this is how Nihilego looks normally. I'm just trying to find out about techniques that I could maybe steal from him, right? Maybe I just need to simplify it and not go for the points. Like not make these little points right there. I believe it looks better without it. Just simplify the body a bit. Alright, make it that thick. And maybe we can just stick it out a little bit. So it's somewhat like what it shows right there. Duplicate it and flip. There we go, it's flipped. I believe these kind of facial features should go down a little bit more, so it's even more floaty. Which animal would you like to see as a Pokemon? Taro birds are awesome. Something like that probably. Whoa, I'm not gonna paint yet. So we need to make these arms in the front, which will come out from here. Let's place this thing in the front, transform it, flip it on the Z. Yeah, I've got a capybara Pokemon. True. Okay, so that should work. It needs to move a little bit closer to this thing. The front tentacles are frilled. Shoebill Pokemon, true. Frilled? What do you mean with frilled? What does frilled mean? Frilled. Darling. Rooches. Wrinkled. Folded. I understand what the difference is. It only shows YouTube, it doesn't show pictures anymore. Frilled jellyfish. Can I change that? Show timestamp. Show patches, username, colors. No, I can't change that. Frilled jellyfish. Jellyfish. You made it. Ah, we found your reference. You made this thing into a Pokemon. I can see. Now we can see how it moves as well, right? Now we understand why. I can understand, see the vision of the Pokemon. So it's basically her head. Let's get it. I see the vision. I'm thinking, do I want to make them so thin as well, or do we want to make it a bit thicker, because they are supposed to be kind of stronger, but at the same time, if I make them thicker, it just won't feel good. So I'm gonna extend this thing once more. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna place it in front. Gonna make that a little thinner. Something like this should suffice. Duplicate that as well. Place it in front. This should do the trick. Outer wing. Hand. This is inner, middle wing. And all of these things need to be bones as well. It's not grouping the way I like them to group. This is how we do that. Control Shift G. Okay, let's go. Awesome. But so far as this, I would like to dabble on Cobblemon creation myself. It's Blockbench. It's Blockbench, and you can join the Cobblemon Discord for some tips for the software as well. Let me grab some water real quick. Be right back. I tried Blockbench a while ago. Apparently my brain doesn't work in 3D very well. Purple Phantom, welcome to the stream, dog. Mine actually does works a lot better in 3D than 2D, because 2D makes you have to draw extremely well in order to make it work, while 3D is just simply for morons building blocks. Okay, that is working now. We need to group all of these. Inner hand, arm / hand, I don't give a frick. Hand and hand. I'm currently preparing all these things for animations as well. I want to place this in between. I think I want to move this slightly into a lower piece. Slightly lower, right freaking there. With 2D, it's up to you to give your subject depth, but with 3D, it automatically has one simply by yeah, exactly. It's way easier, in my opinion. Let's run it back, duplicate the hand. Strange. Explains why all my art looks flat. Same, brother, same. What am I doing? Flip on the X. Thank you. So technically the model could be done right now. Technically this could be it. But I'm not entirely sure if I'm happy with it yet. The arms are definitely in the way, that's for sure. But they're gonna move out and gonna be rotated, so that shouldn't be an issue. I'm just thinking, is this good enough. I'm not entirely happy with it, of course. Purely because of the fact that... Whoa. What am I holding, dog? I want to hold this cube. Where is it going, brother? Why is it 0, 0, 0, please? Thank God. Why is it going so freaking fast? What the hell is happening? It's not moving down either. Bro, I'm so annoyed by this. Galaxy Fox, thank you. Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Let me quickly let me quickly save it. I'm gonna close Blockbench. I need to close Blockbench and restart it because it's not working properly. At least I believe it's not working properly. Models. I need to figure out where I... Let's place it in this folder. I don't care. I want to just continue. Cobblemon. Place it in here. Make a file. New. Name. File. Models. Place it in here. Heirloom. But how are you doing, Galaxy Fox? Thank you for dropping the follow. Let's... Oh, we need to wait 60 seconds. Cookie Run Kingdom. Yep. Cookie Run Kingdom. Shoot out the uses Pokemon. What the hell? What to make? Look at these delicious. We need to wait 60 seconds. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I believe !Discord should work. I'm not entirely sure because this is the first stream in forever. But how was your Christmas, guys? Did you receive any good presents? Anything fun? Anything new? Delicious Pokemon berry food. Very good, very nice. I believe this is sufficient. Let's run it back in Blockbench. Heirloom model. No, I can definitely not guess all those things. Pivot point. Yeah, this is how it should work. It was completely broken just a second ago. I believe I want the pivot point to be somewhere over here. So we could... Whoa. So it could move like that. I believe I'm happy with that. So I want to place it slightly more downwards. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna duplicate it. We're gonna flip it again. Flip it on the X. That's fine. Is it though? Wait, where's the other hand? This is also fine. Oh, it didn't save properly, I guess. Luckily, it didn't delete anything important. Okay, so I believe we could be done with this thing now. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely not the best model I've made. For sure it isn't. I want to extend this thing one little block. But I'm just not sure which techniques I could use for the parts. Is this big enough though for 3 part? I don't think it is. It needs to be at least. Is it in the middle now? It seems to be. This could make it into a 3 part with 2 small little things over there. I think I'm happy with the model. It's definitely not the best model I ever made, like I just said, but I don't think it's the worst either. I'm just gonna run with this. Time for painting. Let's, whoa, no, not, let's create a texture. Heirloom texture created. Beautiful. And what I usually like to do is just grab the paint bucket and just give everything the color I want it to have. I'm gonna make him slightly bluish instead of white. So I'm gonna make everything these colors. Is it flipped? It's not flipped. Now it is. Beautiful. Make sure it's flipped when you start doing this. And in the meantime, if you want to see your Fakemon made for Minecraft, edit, send it in the Discord right now. !Discord should work. Let me know if it doesn't. But you can send it your artwork in the Fakemon channel, and that might be a small chance that I will make it, or a big chance that I will make it. So join the Discord right now and send it in the Fakemon channel for a chance for it to be made by Minecraft. Why am I painting it already though? The cubes are not cubing. Well, let's paint it. We can go back and reset everything once we have added the usual colors. Because right now I won't really be able to see the difference. I'm gonna go with this color. There we go. There we go, and there we go. Oh. And fill up that color, not there. This should be this. Blocked out. The palette isn't that difficult. The shading is where it will start looking fresh. Brom, welcome to the stream. See you tomorrow, man. Can't wait to see you, brother. Let's go. If I did, would you like to have a side, back, and top view as well? You could, but you could just send it in regardless. You don't need to send in the most detailed thing ever, because I'm probably gonna ruin it anyways. It's probably not going to look as good as you're drawing, Sufi. Because I'm trash at this stuff. At least my previous models aren't that bad though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is the last model I made. I haven't made a video about it yet. I will do so in the future. I've prepared a lot of the stuff for it already. True, Sufi, true. But like, we are getting better though. I was creating the texture of the sand of this dog. It does look a bit nightmare fuelish. This one actually was pretty decent. The eyes are a bit nightmare fuel, but I was looking at the texture of the sand in the game, and it actually didn't look as that different. And I didn't even look at the sandy texture, which I probably should have done. Grab the colors of the sand, but it actually looked pretty good in game. At least the face, if we take away the face, because the face looks extremely scary. But overall, I'm extremely happy with this one. Like, look at this animation I made. Sadly, it won't be able to play this animation, But look, I thought every single Pokemon would have a running animation. So this would be how the Snurt would run. But sadly this won't play. But I thought it would be funny. It's honestly really good. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. But we're learning. Like for this piece, we're definitely gonna have to use a lot more techniques that I've never used before. Because wings, right? We need the paint bucket tool. Alright, so that is everything we need actually on there, and the rest will be painted. Why won't it play? Play what? Galaxy Fox. Oh, the animation. I just didn't click on the button properly. It's working now though. Gonna set in my Fakemon right now. Awesome. How to paint. We will paint in a second, but we have to fix a few of these mistakes. We have to fix the mistakes. I'm a fucking idiot. Like, if you can see it right there, it isn't connected properly. Now it is. Great. The other thing we wanted to fix was the bones. Like, this should be the main head cube. Cheek 1 or left, cheek right, and this is his head. It's very important for all the people that are gonna make their own custom Cobblemon. Make sure if you have something that is supposed to be its head, make sure it has a head. Make sure make sure you have a bone set up as a head, because this will make the looking function in the game work. So this will tell the game, oh, this is his head. So if the Pokemon is next to you and it should be able to look at you, it can with its head. So now that I said everything, I want to group everything and call this Heirloom. Heirloom. Which bone is this? Okay, this is the big bone. This isn't his head. I would argue that this would be his body. And these things, do I want to move those? I think I do. I want to be able to do slight movement with them. Pivot points and stuff are not set up correctly, that is for sure. Let's place it in the middle. Place it right there. Let's see how... Oh. So that actually works wondrous. I actually want to move it slightly more inwards. No, 0.01. Make that slightly bigger. Body right. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna duplicate this one and we're gonna flip it. And what you will see is that body left will be turned off. Its name will be changed. Go on to Discord and see the blobby list that one I'm making. I will send it after I'm done. Awesome. Make sure to send it in Fakemon. Damn. Jesus. This thing is crazy. I need to click on Blockbench again. Alright, beautiful. So we've definitely made some progress. It doesn't look good right now at all, but that will change in a second. I'm not entirely sure yet how I will make the Neoligo thing work. That is something we will have to look into for sure. This is its body. Let's group it as body. Let's group these into the right bones as well, because bones are the only thing that you have. Cubes and you have bones. If you add cubes into the bones, you can move the cubes, but you can't move cubes separately. So you have to make sure everything is a bone that you actually want to move separately from the entirety of the thing. So body, probably everything should move into body as well. So the head should move with its body, yeah, that's for sure. Paint what? What do you want to paint, dog? In which software? So I'm just gonna start painting. I wanna remove this palette. Can I remove all of this? Chat shouldn't be delayed that much though. Let's grab this color and we're gonna add it to the palette. This is the regular color. I believe we need 5 colors. So you have 1, 2, 3. 1 dark, 1 slightly dark, and 1 slightly dark. So you need 3 per color. So we need a darker color. Add it to the palette. We need a darker color. Add it to the palette. And we need 1 more darker color. So this is gonna be... Oh. This should be the palette. And then we need a lighter color. Add once. Place it in front. And add that color to the palette as well. So those should be the highlights. Just send my Fakemon in the Discord. Oh my god. Oh damn. Holy, that I will definitely make that one. 100% will make that one. That thing looks freaking fire. Literally. Holy, that looks awesome. That will definitely be made. Damn. I can't wait to make this, because this one is, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it is easier. and it's just, my brain understands legs and stuff more than it does a jellyfish, because jellyfish are a lot more difficult to make in general, because the shapes are a lot more random. Now we have to do this for the other colors too, but we also have a sort of yellowy color that we need to add onto this Pokemon. So we need to grab like a yellowy, I want it slightly more orange. I actually want it to be even orange here. And slightly more saturated. It shouldn't be more saturated actually if I look at the reference. This color should suffice. So we're gonna add it. We're gonna add a slightly darker version. Add a slightly darker version. And a slightly darker version. Ba 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 da boom. Ba ba dee. Something, but never ended up using it, so would love to see you make it, of course. Baker Boy, welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. We'll definitely be able to finish this, the shading and everything. Animation, I won't do on stream right now. Animation is something I will probably do off stream or in the next stream. Because it would be more fun if we could maybe model another Pokemon. Because we only have an hour left. Maybe we'll have to use the entire hour for shading though. There's a high likelihood that That will need the entire hour for the shading. Okay, so we have that color. We actually need to grab a slightly lighter color as well. And another one. Whoa. Add it to the palette. Right there. So this is the entire palette for that. Which colors am I missing? I need to do this color. So it seems that the shading turns a little bit more bluish. So we're gonna make him slightly darker and actually turn him a bit more to that side. Slightly darker and a bit more bluish. Slightly darker and a bit more bluish. So that's gonna be the shading for this. I think I should make my own streams too. Nova, welcome to the stream. You should, man. Streams are fun. You should. Block benching is fun. We do actually need this color as well. We forgot the regular color. Shading. I do feel like we're gonna go slightly more into this direction. And actually slightly use shift as well. And lighter and even slighter use shift. Let's check out the EV from. Will do. Holy cripperoonie. That looks freaking sick. I would probably need to change somewhat, because this is too much. You would have to do something. I would have to do something with the goggles, or you have to just maybe make it look less like a humanoid, because now it has clothes and a helmet with goggles. And I wouldn't understand how Pokemon would generate those. You would probably have to animalistify the helmet kind of thing, and then it would be awesome. Let's continue. Sufi want to collab with Fakemon. It's modeled for Digimon. Yeah, exactly. It looks more like a Digimon. Nova, welcome back, dog. Welcome back. You wouldn't really need to make adjustments though. YouTube crashed. God dang it. Okay, we only need one more color, because the rest of the colors are in. Let's see which type of shading did he use for these. Actually, regular ones. So we're gonna add this to the palette. Slightly darker. Slightly darker. One second, I need to respond to my girlfriend. So we're going to a concert. Alright, let's continue. Used to work a lot on my add-ons back then. Well, definitely make sure to join the Discord as well. Send in your models and stuff, because I would love to see it. Maybe I could get some tips, brother. Because I'm still learning. I'm trying my best, but I'm definitely not the best at this shit yet. So we could still keep learning. Alright, so these are all the colors we need for the shading. It's gonna be a difficult one. I can already tell you this is gonna be a difficult one. So I can't really see everything that well, so I'm probably gonna turn off some layers. Or should we just start shading first? Because, for example, I don't want textures on everything. So for example, we want to raffle these things a little bit more. Hello, why aren't you removing? So that's raffle 1. True mine in a tune, but not as well drawn as Sufi, but it's definitely more animalistic. Damn. These things are crazy. It's a wolf like a rabbit. Looks freaking sick, brother. Okay, right. That should probably be how I want to set those up. Are you making a mod for Minecraft? It's not a mod, it's an add-on for the Cobblemon mod. So you can play, yeah, you can play with them like Pokemon. Okay, so I was thinking of probably deleting these parts. There we go. I think that looks pretty sick. Shading is gonna come in a second as well, but first I wanna get the shape right of these little whiskers. So I think exactly, no, this should go, and there we go. Now, this was pretty roundish. Is that how it should look? It should probably be flipped though. Like make the point stick upwards. Well, to be honest, I like the shape. We could just simply fix that if we just flip it on the Y level. Do I like it more then? I actually don't. Let's just keep it like this. That's fine. Do you like berries and desserts? I like desserts in real life, but I'm not really a sweet tooth. I'm not really a sweet tooth. Yeah, how do I want to make those wings on the back? Right, we will have to flip these wings in a second. I can already see that. I just can't see what I'm working on. I need to turn off some of these wings. Wing 3. That's better. I can actually work with this. Do I like this? You didn't make it too hard. It's just gonna take some time. Oh, my bad. We don't want it to be too rounded off. I think this could actually work. I'm gonna... One, two, three. These need to go. Oh, I didn't delete. Those shouldn't go. Alright, let's remove these. Alright, so that should work. Bro, why are the wings back? Thank you. Okay. And I'm thinking we delete this. Alright, I think that looks fine. It's gonna be difficult to shade with all this whiteness. It's definitely going to look a lot better once we shade it properly. Now we just have to copy this on all these wings. Let's turn this back on. We need to edit this little thing. And we need to flip the y-axis. And now flip the x, not the x. Z? Z? Pivot point. Alright, that works now. Right, remove those. I hope the texture isn't ruined by doing it like this. Alright, beautiful. So all of these are looking fine now. Water flying? I don't remember the typing. It won the cup vote. Let me quickly check. It's a water fairy type. Water fairy type, but it can fly as well. So these are all the things I had to delete. I believe these are all the things I had to delete on this piece. So now we can actually start shading, which it really freaking needs. Because you just can't see the difference. Annoying that I can't shade it immediately though. Oh. I was using the wrong brush. Oh, it actually does it. Oh, je m'appelle Baguette. It works. Whoa. It works beautifully. I don't think it has any of the darkest shadows on here though. Let's turn off the body again so we can actually shade this properly. We're gonna have to break up the blockiness of this. And we're gonna use the regular color as well. And now we're gonna go in with this color again. And if you're gonna ask me right now, Nick, how do you know which color to use? I really don't. This is just basically me trying whatever the frick and seeing if it works. And if it does, we're keeping it. And if it doesn't, we're just removing it. And I understand you might not see it that well with the lighter colors, but it's slowly coming out together. Maybe we do have one more extra like that. The only issue is that it isn't in the inside, but we're just gonna have to copy it one-on-one to the inside. I do want a slightly more color variation in there. Alright, that works. So we're gonna big brain this, and we're gonna turn off this wing, and we can just copy the exact style on the inner side. So it's just a one-on-one copy on both sides. This is the darkest one, this is as well. This one actually needs to go to the side once more. Place it over there. 1, 2, 3. And one over here. Then the slightly lighter color. Above here, and right there. Clunk and clunk. Clunk. One darker color is missing right there. Darker. Oh, actually, no. Dark. And darker. Now for the highlights, I can't even see them myself. They're so light. Right there needs to go. So I think you guys heard that, but that was my little throat. It's not used to drinking water, I guess. I believe that should be the texture for all of the wings. And the one we turned off should have the texture there too. Yeah, beautiful. Look at that. It's so cool, man. You can really see the Minecrafty style come into play. I know for a fact the bones will not look as will not be perfect on everything yet, but that is something we will have to figure out later. This part works wonders so far. And what I usually do, I finish all the pieces that have one color, so I know what I'm doing with that color. So every single piece that has this color will be worked out first, and then we go on to the blue ones, and then we go on to the green, the turquoise kind of colors. Overall, I think it looks pretty decent. Let's turn on this right now. The top of his head is translucent. I don't have a clue how they make that. Like what you just seen with Ligo, that his head was translucent when you looked at it, but it wasn't translucent. Like you could see through it, but you couldn't see through it. If you understand what I meant. We need to do a quick little research session. Thank you for the likes on the stream as well. I don't know if you've liked it. I can't see that actually. Can I? Where were the likes? Chat rate. I can only see chat rate. I can't see the likes. You leave a like in the stream if you haven't already. Is this updating now? It's not updating. Let me check that 1 second. Naughty subs. Follower count. I will fix the sub count for Twitch after the stream. That's not really something I have to worry about right now. Ligo, you can drop the Ligo. I can pin it. That's for sure. I don't know how many likes there are. Seems YouTube has removed me from seeing that. Maybe there's a guide online. I'm gonna check that out right now. Cobblemon translucent guide. It might be in the Discord, so you can have an animated textures. There we go. Thank you for the like goal. I don't know how many likes we have, but thank you for the like goal. I sent one of my edit mods on the Fakemon channel Discord. This part is done in game basically. So Blockbench is bugged. You can't change that. You can't. I don't have to texture that. Let me quickly check out what you made. Phone really sucks. Holy crap. That looks fucking crazy, brother. Bro, what the hell, brother? Did you animate this with Molang? Like, you definitely use that anchor type of animation on the tail, probably. But that looks freaking gorgeous, brother. Holy. That looks insane. Gibbs cooler brother that gets all the chicks. Yeah, that looks freaking incredible, bro. The shading on it is so good too, man. Holy. It looks awesome, Levi. Really cool. But damn. What the hell, bro? Look, this is freaking fire. We have a lot. We have a lot to learn, man. We have a lot to learn. We have a master in our midst. We have a freaking master in our midst. Holy crap. Holy man. Like the detail in there is crazy. The detail on there is crazy, bro. Like everything. Like the different animations happening at the same time. For the people that don't know, like you have to do all of these animations separately. Or at least the tail's probably connected with one another. So if one part moves, all the other move as well. Do you accept commissions? Damn, let's go. Let's go. We're popping off already. It's working. Community building. Damn, man. Heirloom, but it's placed on your head as a head. It would be funny. I don't know if I can do that. But I'm broke. Man, that's sick. Let's continue with our work. But holy man, we got a master in our midst. Love to help you if my phone wouldn't lag and crash every 1 second. No worries, no worries. But did you use Molang for the animations? That's the only question I have right now. Let's turn off its head and probably turn off the hands as well, the whiskers. So we only see these parts. I'm not sure if we're gonna do burp emissive textures. Or do you need an existing Pokemon model? Jesus. Let's create a second PNG but blank. The glowing textures are painted in the second PNG. Holy, this is gotta be difficult. So if you work on custom mods for the common server I'm in, well, that's okay, brother. Hey Sufi, definitely check out the Discord. Like, go into the Cobblemon Discord. You can definitely see. Let me check out listings. Job overboard. Commission board. You can. This is the thing I was looking for. You have some amazing people in here as well. There are probably people in here that would be able to model for you as well. So definitely go in here and check this out, because there are some amazing people in here. Like, look at this shit, for example. Like, look at the detail on this shit. Like, what the actual freak. The amount of skills on these people are like, what the actual. Holy crap, man. This looks so freaking good. Like, look at this, man. This man is freaking god tier. Well, yo, man. It's so cool to see, though. But you just gotta keep. The reason why I'm starting streaming again, because it's fun. And videos aren't that important. Streaming is more fun. And it makes me practice this shit as well. So I was thinking maybe just stream more. And just make some shorts to promote the streams. And maybe focus on the streaming bit more than making the videos. Because this is fun. I genuinely enjoy doing this. But usually I stop streaming because I feel like I have to spend this time editing. Because otherwise there won't be a video out. But hey, let's just stream a bit more, man. About the texture, I'm probably just gonna go. See you later, Cream. I'm probably just gonna have to not do that texture. Maybe one day I can actually figure out how to make this texture work. But this is something I haven't done before. Translucent true. It needs to be done in a resolver. This is something I don't want to mess with yet. I want to be able to make models first, and I want to be able to read this on my own and test it on a Pokemon that already exists or that I already made. So for now, we're just gonna shade it and pretend that the top part of this thing is not translucent. Maybe we can do something with the texture on it. All right, let's continue. So we definitely want to go into the bottom and do some deep shading in here. Alright, I actually like that. Makes you wonder, can I actually go in there? We don't want a pillow shade. We don't want it to be too checkerboardy either. All right. It needs to be darker though. Make Fakemon with 2 Pokemon. Go for it. Definitely. It needs to be a shadowy. So let's paint out the colors that I want to just put on there. I actually like this song, goddamn. All right, now we go in. And we're gonna clean up the shading to be less boxy. We're gonna have to clean that up. All right, great. Okay. do the 225 type of shading. You don't do the 225 type of shading? What's that? Do you mean the hue switching, or is there an easier way to shade this? Let's turn off these wings so I can actually see what I'm doing. Wait, there's one wing extra. Now it's gone. Don't remember its name. I want some singing music. There we go. You have to change around use with the number buttons manually. Yeah, I've did that, but I'm not a huge fan of the U shifting. Because if I go in with U shifting too much, it just changes the color there so much that I don't really like it anymore. For example, when I did that exact method for Zeptor, my electric raptor model, it turned out it was turning him green with that shading, and I really wanted him to look yellow, so I didn't really like the hue shifting that much. I prefer it to stay closer to the color I want it for the Pokemon. I understand that hue shifting brings a lot more contrast into the piece, but I find it a bit extreme when I tried it. But maybe I need to re-look at it. That's for sure. But when I tried it, I remember not really liking the results of it, so I kind of scrapped it. You made it kind of wrong, probably. There's a big chance, brother. So we're gonna have to play with some highlights as well soon. I'm not really sure what it's turning out to be, but overall I think it looks pretty decent. Colors contain blue, light blue, and turquoise green, I guess. Yeah. It's so difficult to see what I'm doing here. Na 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 na. it's difficult to see because the colors are so not different. Okay, I feel like that should be good enough. I think I like that enough. So we can turn on these parts again, because these are of course the extensions of these. Oh, trash can. I really thought I was done with this color. Sadly, I'm not. I'm quickly gonna grab a snack. I will be right back though. Be right back. Ah. Welcome back, welcome back. Quick snack. You send in another piece. Holy, holy, holy. Holy crap. Like, the shading you're doing is so much more deliberate. You actually know where you're placing the shadows, and I'm more kind of figuring it out. But holy damn. This looks freaking epic, brother. More animations. Crazy, bro. Look at this shit, guys. It's so freaking good, like, especially the animations. Animating is pretty freaking difficult. And you make it look so clean. These have to be animated with Molang, though. Crazy work, brother. Alright, let's continue with the shading of this piece. Let's remove the microphone out of my face. Monster Rancher. I have no clue. I've never seen it before. Pardon me. So I like didn't remember streaming. Like what happens with streaming usually? My eyes get freaking burnt to living crap. Like they're getting burnt to crisps. So I went downstairs and I stood there eating some chips, and I was stood there. My eyes were just burning. I'm not used to this shit anymore, man. Just place that over there. Which side is inside? Okay, I am doing God's work right now. From Invisimals. I never heard of that either. Alright, this could be the shading for this part. Okay, so this should have been transferred over. There we go. Others are either Fakemon or Lumians. Please tell me I put the head on the right side. Okay, great. I actually want to see it with all the wings. I mean, this is how it looks. Maybe I should have made the wing part. Maybe I should have made that slightly lighter or a different color. But I could probably fix that with sprite editing, like editing the textures. I wouldn't have to repaint everything. Okay, so these parts are done now. Up next is the head shape. Great. I actually want to remove the body real quick. I want to remove the parts that I'm not working on right now. The cheeks aren't bones either, so that is something we have to fix. Go back. Great. That works. So this shows the difference between the little lines without actually making it into a different shape. That is what my goal was for this area. So I'm gonna place that right there too. One lighter, please. Like now, for this color, I actually used hue shifting, because that's been done in the shading of the drawing as well. I'd say it looks kind of weird when some of the lighter shades are right next to the dark ones. Fair, but the reason why I did that is because I want the Pokemon to feel weird. I want it to feel a bit more weird. Usually I don't do that. See, like I try to not go with extremely light with next to extremely dark. Like this isn't extremely light against next to extremely dark. I try to avoid that. But for this thing, I want it to feel a bit shiny. That it has some areas that just capture a lot more light. That's why I did that for the the wider parts. Let's turn off mirroring for once. Usually I do this a bit more often as well, so it changes, it isn't as mirrored everywhere. But right now I was just loving the mirroring effect. Mostly because it takes the least amount of effort. And yes, the shading doesn't look as good because of it, but I don't mind as much for this piece. Actually, we could use the fill too for this. I really can't wait to see what it looks like once we've actually finished the shading. Actually, this needs to go right there. Alright, that actually looks pretty good. I actually want to make this slightly lighter. Alright. I got no worries, no. I actually really like this thing, bro. What the hell? It's slowly turning into something beautiful. It's slowly turning into something beautiful. Let's remove the head. Actually, the body needed to go. I need to now texture the cheeks. That doesn't have that's gotta be using a lot of the dark blue color, because that's how it's shaded. There we go. So this is the front. There we go. Side jelly have two different colors. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do two different colors. I think Pokemon wouldn't really go for that. So I'm gonna go with going with the same coloring. because I prefer that, to be honest. Now we go in and add a bit more variation. Alright, that actually looks pretty sick. Let's go, man. I'm actually really happy with that. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, so now we're gonna have to work on the hands. So we have the body. The head is ready. As you can see right here. Now we need to fix these hands. So we're gonna turn off everything else. Turn off the body, turn off the head. And turn off one of the hands. Alright, so we're gonna grab the darkest color and place some of it So we shaded it pretty well, I think. Now some highlights. And then a slightly lighter version. Definitely some texture missing here. Right, is the other hand shaded as well then? Okay, so now we have to go in and copy the shading on the inside. Baby blue, so blue, look at me now. This song is a banger, brother. Right, fill up that color, there. The darkest color. Alright, that has been filled in. Look at me. That one shouldn't be there. Look at me now. I believe that in and outside are now completely the same. That looks good. Okay, that is actually it for this piece. Everything is shaded. Everything is shaded now. Get me now. Is everything, like the head isn't in its own group and group and group. Pivot point. Yeah, that's fine. Pivot point. So basically I'm checking all the pivot points right now. Okay, so this needs to go in here. Great. Okay, great. So we have to do the same thing for the wings. It's not the greatest thing that we have to do all of this, but it's fine. I believe those were all the wings. Okay, so body right is not a group yet. Wait, why is it not working? There we go. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for watching at least so far. I think I want to do at least pose it to see if everything works. And maybe we can make an animation. It's a very strange Pokemon, that's for sure. And I'm not sure if my execution has made it any better. Let me quickly check which animations I need. Like the ground idol, well, it doesn't have a blinking animation because it doesn't have eyes. Big brain, Nikki, big brain. Ground, so it's animation.name. Okay, so we're gonna animation dot loon dot ground dash idle. I believe yeah, that's how we should do it. The issue, the one issue I have though, Nova, are you still here? Is a ground animation a flying animation? I've never made a Pokemon that flies before, which require a lot more animations. That is something I do know. Let's actually check. We have a Corviknight model right here. We have a ground idol. No, so the ground idol is if it would not be flying, but this Pokemon will always be flying. It can't stand on the ground. So we won't need a ground idle animation. We do need an air idle animation. So it needs to have an air idle animation. Bro, what the helly? So it doesn't have a ground idle. Ground walk. Luckily it doesn't have a walk animation either. So air idle is the one we need. Air idle animation. Oh, this actually needs to be a loop. How long are my ground idle animations? Four seconds. So we need to make a 4-second animation. Before we do that, we need to make sure all the bones are properly made. So we're gonna be posing the Pokemon now. Exactly, that's what we need to do. The pivot point is all the way in the back. Great. Pivot point. Oh, 8.25. 8.25. 8.25. Great. Okay, that seems to be ready. So I think I want to do work on the wings first. Wait, it doesn't connect. Why doesn't it connect? That's why. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. This needs to go all the way to the top. Then we need to have that in there and that in there. Ground idle probably should be called levitating idle. No. Like it needs to have a certain name for the mod to understand which animation it needs to play. So it's not necessarily what I want it to call. It needs to have a certain name in order to be read by the game. So it's not necessarily that I want to name it ground idle, but it needs to have that in order to be used by the game. So now, great, yeah, that works. It breaks up right there. It would probably need to be extended one thing. Crazy. I don't really know how I can fix that at this point in the works of the Pokemon, because if I go back and add like a little extra block to this, the texture will get ruined. So this is something we have to think of the next time we try to do something like this. Maybe we can fix it if we just don't turn it like this, but just turn it like the other side, just only on the axes that would allow it to stay connected to itself. Yeah, that's better, that's better. Look at that. That's beautiful. I actually really like the look of this. I think we shaded it pretty well. I like the way it's shaded. I am gonna change the wings to a white color. It needs to be a different color from the back things, I would think. Can I close all of these? Oh. Timeline fold all. Clear timeline, that's the one I wanted. Keyframe, flip keyframe. Inner hand. We're not changing anything with the inner hand. Oh, we are. Middle hand. Middle hand. Wait, what? What is happening? Flip that. Yeah, that's how we should do it. So this is the starting point at least. It looks very strange, but like I think it does look like the reference we've used, of course, but it looks strange. It really does look like a strange blob. So we're gonna have to do some very clean animations with this. I'm not entirely sure yet how and what is gonna change, but I definitely know that it needs to change. And we need to do a lot of animating with this thing. I want to export this texture and then I have to go. I want to try one thing. I want to try to make the wings white, because I feel like it doesn't change enough right now in the way it's currently set up. Let me open the file real quick. Bam, bam, bam. Models. Let's drop in the texture. I believe I kind of know which parts are used for the wings. I believe these parts are. And these. Probably these. And the rest I don't know. Wait, I do actually think I know. These. We can actually check, I believe. Ah, we can check, we can check. Okay, so that's that part. That part, okay. And those parts. So we actually grab the right ones. We just need these parts, right? Yeah, that should do the trick. So I'm gonna cut these out and I'm gonna change the color of them. Remove a lot of the saturation, I think, and make them lighter. Wait with that, let's up the contrast. Alright, so let's export this. And this should probably... I'm just curious to see what happens if I add this back in. If I will like it more. If I will like it more with this texture instead. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. What do you guys say? Blue or white? Blue or white? I might actually like the blue ones more. What do you guys say? You guys decide. Blue or white? I'm really not sure on this thing. Another thing I'm not sure is how I'm gonna animate a flying freaking Pokemon. That's gonna take a freaking lot of effort to figure out how that shit works. I think I'm gonna go with the blue ones instead. I think the white ones just make him look cluttered. And less watery. So we're gonna keep the blue textures instead. So this is gonna be it, guys. This is gonna be it for this piece. I will finish this one and add it to the Fakemon pack eventually. But the model is ready. It's ready to be animated and then added to the game itself. It's gonna take a while for me to actually understand all of this better and get better at this shit. But overall, I think we did a good job. 2.5 hours for it to be ready, completely ready for animation. That's not too shabby, especially for a Pokemon, type of Pokemon that I've never kind of even thought about making. Because, yeah, it's quite difficult. It's quite different from my previous pieces, right? Like a snail is something I understand. I understand it's quite simple, it needs to have a head and the head moves. But this thing doesn't even have a head, so that makes it a lot more difficult as well. Yeah, so I think we did a good job. Sceptor also looks pretty awesome. We'll go back and add some more animations to Zaptor 2. He's missing a few. Like he's missing a feint animation and a special animation, an attacking animation. So we'll be adding that to Zaptor 2 eventually. But Araloon, the model is ready and we can start animating it soon. But I'm gonna have to call it quits on the stream for today because I'm gonna go out with my girlfriend and I need to take a shower and get ready. But overall, I think we did a good freaking job, man. So I just wanna this button. I just wanna thank everyone for watching this stream. I know there's probably a lot of people lurking instead of actually commenting right now. So thank you for lurking. Thank you for being here in the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I think we did a good job. I actually really like the progress we made on this thing. I can't wait to actually do this in another stream. We will definitely be doing this once a week. Maybe more if I have the time. But once a week is definitely the goal for yeah, building these kind of Pokemon. But yeah, thank you for watching. I want to see you all in the next one, and you'll probably see a video about this somewhere soon, most likely. See you later, guys.